The song's called Floodwaters. Higher than the mountain, deeper than the sea. From the breadth of the east unto west, His love started with the sea. Stronger than the wildest horses and the rising tide. The cords of death hung so heavy on our necks, will be left at the great divide. Flood waters rise, but it won't wash away. Love never dies. It will hold on more fierce than grapes. Farther than the pale moon rises on the open plain, past the time and the longest bloodline, there shines an immortal flame, somewhere in between forever and the passing days. There's a place more than rust cannot lay waste. This is grace, the face of love. Flood waters rise, but it won't wash away. Love never dies. It will hold on more fierce than flood waters rise, but it won't wash away. Love never dies. It will hold on more fierce than grace. Get just a tad more guitar on the monitor. Thanks. Moved to Portland, Oregon about 4.5 years ago with my wife and 2-year-old daughter, and she's 4.5 months pregnant.
All right.
And drove across the country. I've never been to that city before, and since I've fallen in love with the Midwest. Started writing Love and War in the Sea in Between. Upon arriving in the Northwest, we drive to the coast, which is pretty exotic for a kid who grew up in Detroit and Indiana, you know. Yeah, which really influenced the writing, but also life circumstances of the time. You know, we have friendships scattered throughout the country because I and sometimes we travel city to city and have nights like this, but inevitably we end up making friends. So it's this interesting thing. We have friendships all over the place, but what we experienced right around then was this first wave of sort of a sadness nationwide, of the first sort of wave of our peers, like going through divorces, you know. Friends, we stood in their weddings and they stood in ours, and congratulated one another as we entered into sort of this covenant type relationship, you know, watching marriages fall apart, but also watching close friends, watching the love, not just for the spouse, but their love, this faith that we shared, you know, watching their love for their Creator grow cold, and watching faith die, slip away, you know. And so me and my wife, Michelle, it begs the question, you know, that we're not impervious. We don't stand at some comfortable distance saying, like, poor you over there. We had to recognize, like, everyone in this room, man, we're all fallible, and we all have a propensity to be the betrayer, to be the perpetrator, you know, towards those who are closest to us, and towards the very things that we would claim we value most, you know. And I know I have that propensity. And so we really had to choose to really see one another, you know, on a daily basis, and to practice these words that we usually ascribe to growing things like cultivation and like intentionality with one another, so that our relationship with one another and our relationship with God can grow. Because if we think it's okay and we table it and have our attention diverted for too long, like crisis sweeps in, our anchor, we're not supported anywhere, you know. And so we watched a lot of shipwrecks and also realized, like, wow, like, the water in our life is turbulent, and if we don't get serious, like, things could slip away from us as well. So this song is called Slip Away.
Wow, thanks.